Picture this. You're standing in the middle of a crowded room, heart pounding, palms sweaty. Everyone's staring at you, whispering behind their hands. You've just been accused of something you didn't do. Or did you? Your boss leans in close, his voice dripping with fake concern. I hate to say it, but people are starting to talk. Maybe you're not cut out for this. Your mind races. Did I mess up? Am I losing it? The walls feel like they're closing in, and suddenly you're not sure what's real anymore. Sound familiar? Welcome to the world of manipulation, an art so powerful it can twist your reality, hijack your decisions, and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Manipulation isn't just a game, it's a battlefield. And those who master it, they hold the keys to immense power. Every single day, you're tangled in its web. Whether it's a slick salesperson rushing you into a deal, a friend guilting you into saying yes, or a partner making you feel like you're the crazy one. But here's the kicker. What if you could see through the smoke and mirrors? What if you could spot these tactics a mile away and even turn them back on the manipulators? That's exactly what we're diving into today. In this video, I'm peeling back the curtain on 12 dark manipulation tactics, mind-bending strategies used to control you 99% of the time. From gaslighting to scarcity, from love bombing to silent treatment, you'll walk away stunned at how often these tricks have slipped past your defenses. Trust me, you can't afford to miss this. Stick around, because by the end, you'll not only recognize these moves, you'll know how to counter them like a pro. Ready to take back control? Let's jump in. Tactic 1. Gaslighting. Imagine you're at home, replaying a fight with your roommate. You're 100% sure they promised to clean the kitchen last night. You call them out, and they tilt their head, smirking just a little. I never said that. You're making it up again. Maybe you should see someone about that memory of yours. Your stomach drops. Did I imagine it? Am I losing it? Before you know it, you're apologizing for what you're not even sure. That, my friends, is gaslighting, a tactic so sneaky it steals your grip on reality itself. Gaslighting is when someone twists the truth to make you doubt your own mind. It's named after a 1940s play where a husband dims the gaslights and convinces his wife she's hallucinating. Subtle, sinister, and oh so effective, the manipulator plants seeds of confusion until you're second-guessing everything: your memory, your feelings, even your sanity. Their goal? To make you lean on their version of the story, giving them the upper hand. Ever had a coworker swear a meeting never happened, even though you took notes? Or a parent insist you misheard their harsh words, leaving you feeling like the bad guy? That's gaslighting in the wild. It's not just annoying, it's a power grab. As the great philosopher George Orwell put it in 1984, the party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. Orwell knew, control the narrative, and you control the person. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Keep a journal or screenshot texts to anchor yourself in reality. Don't let anyone rewrite your truth. Tactic 2. Reverse psychology. Let's set the scene. You're a teenager, and your mum's on your case about that messy room. She sighs dramatically. Oh, don't bother cleaning it. You're clearly too cool for that. Next thing you know, you're scrubbing the floor, muttering about how you'll show her. She's grinning in the kitchen, sipping her coffee. Mission accomplished. That's reverse psychology, folks. And it's so simple it's almost insulting. This tactic flips the script. The manipulator tells you not to do something, betting you'll rebel and do it anyway. It's a mind game that preys on your need to assert control. Tell a stubborn friend you'd never have the guts to try skydiving, and watch them book a jump just to prove you wrong. It's like psychological judo, using your own momentum against you. Take it from Sun Tzu, the ancient strategist who wrote in The Art of War, "The leader is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril." Manipulators know this. Push the right buttons and you'll march straight into their trap, thinking it was your idea all along. Real life lesson. Next time someone dares you not to do something, pause. Ask yourself, who's really winning here? Sometimes agreeing with them throws the whole game off. Tactic 3. Guilt trip. You're late for dinner with a friend. Traffic was a nightmare. You apologize, but they hit you with, "I guess I'm just not important enough for you to show up on time, after all I've done for you." Suddenly you're groveling, promising to make it up with a fancy meal you can't afford. Sound familiar? That's the guilt trip, a classic move that turns your heartstrings into puppet strings. A guilt trip weaponizes your emotions, especially if you're empathetic. The manipulator digs into your past actions or inactions and piles on the shame until you're desperate to fix it. "If you cared, you'd do this," they say, or "I can't believe you'd let me down like this." Before you know it, you're bending over backwards to prove you're not the monster they're painting you as. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once warned, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster." Guilt trippers flip this. They make you feel like the monster so you'll do their bidding. It's emotional blackmail with a halo. Recognize the pattern. If someone's laying it on thick, step back and ask, "Do I really owe them this?" Guilt's a lousy reason to say yes. Tactic 4. Scarcity. You're online, browsing for a new phone. A pop-up screams, "Only 2 left, buy now or miss out." Your pulse spikes. You don't even love the phone, but the thought of losing it to someone else? Unbearable. You click Add to Cart before your brain catches up. That's scarcity, and it's a manipulator's dream. Scarcity plays on your fear of missing out. FOMO, as the kids call it. By making something seem rare or urgent, the manipulator pushes you to act fast. No questions asked. Salespeople love this. "This deal ends tonight." Or a date might say, "I won't be single forever, you know." It's a psychological cattle prod, herding you right where they want you. Economist Adam Smith nailed it in The Wealth of Nations. The real tragedy of the poor is the poverty of their aspirations. Scarcity manipulators bank on that. They shrink your world to one desperate choice and you leap without looking. Slow down. If it's now or never, it's probably not worth it. Real opportunities don't vanish. They wait for you to think. Tactic 5. Love bombing. Picture this. You meet someone new, maybe a romantic interest, maybe a colleague, and they're all over you. Compliments rain down like confetti. "You're so inspiring." "I've never met anyone like you." They text you constantly, shower you with gifts, and make you feel like the center of the universe. It's intoxicating, right? You're on cloud 9 thinking, "Wow, they really get me." But then one day, you say no to a favor, and poof, the warmth vanishes. They're cold, distant, maybe even a little snappy. Suddenly, you're scrambling to win back that affection. That's love bombing, and it's a velvet glove hiding an iron fist. Love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with adoration to hook you emotionally, only to use that bond as leverage later. It's like baiting a trap with candy, sweet at first, but once you're in, the door slams shut. The manipulator knows that once you're addicted to their praise, you'll do almost anything to keep it coming. Ever dated someone who went from Prince Charming to cold shoulder the second you didn't play along? That's the game. Psychologist Carl Jung once said, "The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." Love bombers exploit this. They transform you into someone who craves their approval, then pull the rug out to control you. Lesson: enjoy the flattery, but keep your eyes open. If someone's affection feels too intense too fast, ask yourself, what do they want? Trust grows slowly. Don't fall for the sugar rush. Tactic 6. Silent treatment. You're in a heated argument with your partner. Things get tense, and instead of hashing it out, they just stop. No texts, no calls, no eye contact. You walk into the room, and it's like you're a ghost. You try to apologize, explain, even beg for a response, but all you get is icy silence. Your stomach's in knots, your mind's racing. What did I do? How do I fix this? That's the silent treatment, and it's not just rude. It's a calculated power move. The silent treatment is when someone shuts you out to punish you, making you feel anxious, insecure, and desperate for their attention. It's not about needing space. It's about control. By withholding communication, they force you to chase them, apologize for things you didn't do, or bend to their demands just to break the silence. Ever had a friend ghost you after a disagreement, only to pop back up once you grovel? That's the silent treatment at work. Philosopher Søren Kierkegaard warned, "Silence is the demon's trap, and the more one is silenced, the more terrible the demon." Manipulators use silence to amplify your doubts, making you feel like you're the problem. Don't fall for it. Don't chase the silent. If someone's giving you the cold shoulder, let them. Focus on yourself. Call a friend. Hit the gym. Live your life. Their silence only has power if you give it power. Tactic 7. Triangulation. Imagine you're venting to a friend about a rough day at work. Instead of listening, they cut in. "You know, Sarah thinks you're overreacting about this whole thing." Wait, what? Sarah wasn't even there. Suddenly, you're not just upset about work, you're wondering why Sarah's talking behind your back and whether you're in the wrong. That's triangulation. And it's a manipulator's way of stirring the pot to keep you off balance. Triangulation brings a third person, real or invented, into your situation to create drama, jealousy, or doubt. The manipulator might say, "Everyone agrees with me," or "Even your mum thinks you're being unreasonable." It's a slick way to make you feel outnumbered, isolated, or insecure, pushing you to align with their side to avoid being the odd one out. Ever had a partner casually mention how everyone loves their ex? Yeah, that's triangulation, designed to make you feel like you're competing. As Machiavelli wrote in The Prince, men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. Triangulators prey on your need for social approval, turning your relationships into a chessboard. Call their bluff. If they claim everyone agrees, ask for names. Better yet, check with the third party directly. Manipulators hate when you verify their story. It exposes the cracks in their game. Tactic 8. Flattery. You're at a networking event feeling a bit out of place. Someone approaches, all smiles. "Wow, you've got such a commanding presence. I bet you're the smartest person in the room." Your ego puffs up, your guard drops, and suddenly you're spilling your life story to this stranger. Next thing you know, they're asking for a small favor you can't say no to. That's flattery, and it's not as innocent as it seems. Flattery is when someone showers you with compliments to soften you up for their agenda. It's like a warm hug that distracts you from the knife in their other hand. The manipulator knows praise makes you feel good, and when you're feeling good, you're less likely to question their motives. Ever had a boss hype you up as Employee of the Year right before dumping extra work on you? That's flattery doing its dirty work. Poet Oscar Wilde quipped, "Many lack the originality to lack originality." Flatterers lean on this. They recycle compliments so generic you eat them up, not realizing they're just bait. The trick is in the timing. They flatter when they want something, not when you deserve it. Take compliments with a grain of salt. If someone's laying it on thick, ask yourself what's their angle. Genuine praise doesn't come with strings attached. Tactic 9. Choice restriction. You're at a family dinner and your cousin's trying to rope you into helping with their big move next weekend. They smile sweetly and say, "Hey, you can either help me pack boxes all day Saturday or haul furniture on Sunday. Which one's better for you?" You pause, feeling like you've got a choice, but then it hits you. Both options mean you're stuck moving their junk. That's choice restriction, and it's a sneaky way to make you feel like you're in control when you're absolutely not. Choice restriction is when a manipulator offers you a limited set of options, all of which serve their agenda. It's like being handed a menu with only 2 dishes, both cooked by them. By framing the decision as your choice, they trick you into thinking you're calling the shots. Ever had a boss ask, "Do you want the morning shift or the night shift?" when you didn't want to work extra hours at all? That's the trap. They're steering you toward their goal while you're busy choosing. Philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau warned, "Man is born free, and everywhere he is in chains." Choice restriction is one of those chains. Disguised as freedom, it binds you to someone else's will. Spot the false choice. When options feel too narrow, step back and ask, "What's not on the table?" Then suggest your own terms. Watch how fast they squirm.
Tactic 10. Emotional blackmail. Imagine you're planning a quiet weekend to recharge. Your friend calls, voice heavy with drama. "I really need you to come to this party with me. If you don't, I'll be all alone, and you know how tough things have been for me lately." Your heart sinks. You want to say no, but the guilt's already creeping in. Before you know it, you're at a party you hate, fake smiling to keep them happy. That's emotional blackmail, and it's like a punch you didn't see coming. Emotional blackmail uses your feelings, guilt, fear, love, against you to force compliance. The manipulator lays on the heavy stuff. "If you really cared about me, you'd do this," or "After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me." It's not about reasoning. It's about twisting your emotions until you cave. Ever had a family member sigh, "I guess I'll just handle it myself," like always? That's the playbook. Psychologist Abraham Maslow, who studied human needs, said, "We are not in a position in which we have nothing to work with. We already have capacities, talents, direction, missions, callings." Emotional blackmailers exploit those capacities, especially your empathy, to hijack your priorities. Don't let guilt be your boss. If someone's pushing your emotional buttons, take a breath and ask, "Is this really my responsibility?" Say no and mean it. Your peace is worth it.
Tactic 11. Scarcity. Tactics. You're scrolling through an online store, eyeing a pair of sneakers. A bright red banner flashes. "Only 3 left in stock. Act now." Your heart races. You don't even need new shoes, but the thought of someone else snagging the last pair? Unacceptable. You hit buy before you can think twice. That's scarcity tactics, and they're designed to make you panic, buy your way into bad decisions. Scarcity creates urgency by making something seem rare or time-sensitive. Manipulators use it to short-circuit your logic, whether it's a limited-time offer in a store or a partner saying, "I won't wait forever for you to commit." It's FOMO weaponized, pushing you to act fast before you weigh the consequences. Ever rushed into a deal because it's now or never, only to regret it later? That's scarcity doing its dirty work. Economist John Maynard Keynes noted, "The difficulty lies not so much in developing new ideas as in escaping from old ones." Scarcity traps you in the old idea that you'll miss out if you don't act immediately, blinding you to better options. Pause the panic. If something's limited, take a minute to ask, "Do I really want this?" Or am I just scared of losing it?
Real value doesn't disappear overnight.
Doesn't. So, there you have it. 12 dark manipulation tactics laid bare. We've walked through the chaos of gaslighting, danced with the trickery of reverse psychology, wrestled with guilt trips, and dodged the panic of scarcity. You've seen how these moves creep into your life, at work, in love, even at the checkout counter. But here's the real twist. Knowing them gives you the upper hand. Let's rewind to that crowded room from the start. This time, you're not sweating. When your boss whispers those doubts, you smile, nod, and say, "Funny, I've got the emails to prove I'm on track." When a friend guilt trips you, you shrug. "I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not buying dinner." You're not just surviving manipulation, you're mastering it. As the great Stoic Seneca said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." Life's messy, sure, but you don't have to let manipulators run the show. These tactics aren't here to turn you into a puppet master, unless you're into that, no judgment. They're tools to spot the strings before they're pulled. Here's your real-life takeaway. Stay sharp. Question the pressure, the flattery, the urgency. Test the waters. Push back a little and see who squirms. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button, drop a comment about which tactic hit home, and subscribe for more mind-blowing breakdowns. Want to dig deeper? Check out my video on flattery and playing dumb on the channel. It's a wild ride you won't want to miss. Knowledge is power, folks. Wield it wisely, and I'll catch you in the next one.